Before India was free, she was burning, burning with injustice, burning with pain. But amidst that fire, a flame rose so fiercely that even the British Empire trembled. Her name was Lakshmi Bai, Queen of Jhansi, mother, warrior, legend. Chapter 1. The Girl Who Dreamed Like a King. In 1828, in the holy city of Varanasi, a girl was born. Her name was Manikarnika. Her family lovingly called her Manu. No one knew then that this girl would one day shake an empire. Raised in the court of the Peshwa of Bithur, Manu did not play with dolls, she played with wooden swords. She raised horses, she read scriptures and sang hymns, but in her heart she dreamed of freedom. As a child, she would climb trees, ride elephants, and spar with boys. She was fearless, proud, free. At just 14 years old, she was married to Maharaja Gangadhar Rao, the king of Jhansi, and from Manikarnika she became Lakshmi Bai, the queen of Jhansi. But destiny had plans for her greater than any crown. Chapter 2. Tragedy and the Empire's Greed. Years passed. She gave birth to a son, but fate was cruel. The child passed away within months. 90 press to preserve the royal lineage, the king adopted a boy, Damodar Rao, before he died. Lakshmi Bai, now widowed, wanted only to protect her people and her son. But the British East India Company had other plans. They involved the doctrine of lapse, rejecting her adopted son's right to the throne. They declared Jhansi shall be annexed. To that she gave 1,000's reply, I shall not surrender my Jhansi. The British expected silence, but what they heard was the sound of revolution. Chapter 3. Queen of the Battlefield. In 1857, the first sparks of India's war for freedom ignited in Meerut. It spread the wildfire. Delhi, Kanpur, Lucknow, and Jhansi. Lakshmi Bai, no longer just a queen, became a commander. She trained her own army. She inspired women to pick up swords. She stood in armor, led drills, and built defenses. Jhansi became a fortress of fire, and as the enemy approached, she prepared not to flee but to fight. Chapter 4. The Siege of Jhansi, Fire and Fury. March 1858, the British army, led by General Hudge Rose, arrived at gates of Jhansi. They expected submission. What they received was hell. For 2 weeks, cannonballs exploded on the walls of Jhansi. The sky turned black with smoke. The rulers ran red. Yet the queen did not flinch. With her infant son Damodar tied to her back, she mounted her horse Badal, sword in hand, and rode through the battlefield like a goddess of war. My Jhansi will not fall while I still breathe, she rode. She accepted the siege with a few loyal warriors, her child and her dream still alive. Chapter 5. Gwalior, the final stand. She fled to Kalpi, joined forces with the great Tope, and took Gwalior fort. She hoisted the Indian flag high, but the British were closing in. Her allies weakened, and a final blow approached. June 17, 1858, outside the city of Gwalior, in the blazing heat, she faced her last battle. Dressed in red, riding high, she fought like a tigress. They say she killed several soldiers with her bare hands. Even the British admired her bravery. One officer wrote, "She was the bravest and best military leader of the rebel forces, the only man among the rebels." But even legends fall. Surrounded, wounded, she died fighting, sword in hand, courage in heart, just 29 years old. Chapter 6. Her soul never died. Rani Lakshmibai's boy may have fallen, but her spirit rose into eternity. She became a symbol of womanhood, of courage, of India. She became the heart of India's freedom movement. Every freedom fighter who came after her carried her name in the hearts, from Gandhiji's Satyagraha to Netaji's Azad Hind Fauj, from the blood of Bhagat Singh to the fire of Subhash Chandra Bose. Rani Lakshmibai lived on. Chapter 7. The Queen of Every Indian Heart. She didn't fight for revenge. She didn't fight for fame. She fought for the people, for her land, for the urban soul of free India. Today, over 160 years later, every time the national anthem plays, every time the flag rises, every time a daughter dares to dream, Lakshmi Bai lives again. She did not see India free, but India is free because she fought. Rani Lakshmi Bai is not a chapter in history. She is a heartbeat, a fire, an immortal soul of Bharat. Salute to the Rani of Jhansi. Jai Hind.